The Nigerian petroleum sector has erupted into a serious controversy that has everyone talking today, and at the center of it all is Ahmed Farouk, a managing director of the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority. Fresh reports emerging this morning reveal that Farouk is now under intense scrutiny over his decision to authorize payment of more than 200 billion naira in bridging claims to petroleum marketers, and the person making these explosive allegations is none other than Aliko Dangote, Africa's richest man and owner of the Dangote refinery. Let me explain what is really going on here, because this story has layers that every Nigerian needs to understand. According to a statement released by the Dangote Group and sent to Channels Television today, the planned payment covers what they are calling legacy obligations for the years 2023, 2024, and 2025. Now, the problem is not just the amount, which is absolutely staggering, but the fact that industry analysts and economists are raising serious red flags about the absence of verifiable data to justify a significant portion of these claims. Some reports suggest that as much as 47% of these claims cannot be properly accounted for with empirical evidence. So what exactly are bridging claims? These are payments that the government makes to oil marketers to compensate them for the cost of transporting petroleum products from depots to various parts of the country. The idea behind this is to enable uniform pump prices nationwide, so that whether you are buying fuel in Lagos or in a remote village in Taraba State, you should theoretically pay the same price. But here's the thing that has gotten people really angry. Industry analysts are pointing out that this benefit of uniform pricing has rarely been enjoyed by ordinary Nigerians, because petroleum products are actually sold at different and often higher rates in most parts of the country. So citizens are left wondering what exactly these marketers have been getting paid for. The Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, better known as ICPC, has now waded into the matter and confirmed yesterday that it received a formal petition from Aliko Dangote through his lawyer. The anti-corruption agency has announced that investigations have commenced into the allegations against Farouk. And this is not just about the bridging claims alone. Dangote's petition, which was submitted through his senior advocate Ogu Onoja, contains even more serious allegations that have left many Nigerians shocked. According to the petition, Dangote is accusing Farouk of living far beyond his legitimate means as a public servant. The oil magnate claims that Farouk spent more than $7 million on the education of his 4 children in Switzerland, allegedly paid upfront for 6 years. And Dangote is asking a very simple but powerful question: where did a public officer get this kind of money from? Dangote actually went as far as naming the 4 children, identifying the specific Swiss schools they attend, and providing details of the amounts allegedly paid for each child, urging the ICPC to independently verify these claims. This level of detail suggests that Dangote is not making empty accusations, but has done his homework and is ready to back up his claims with evidence. The petition alleges that Farouk has used the instrumentality of the NMDPRA to embezzle and divert public funds for personal gain and private interests. If you are finding this breakdown helpful and you want to stay informed about major developments in Nigeria's business and political landscape, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now and turn on your notifications so you never miss important updates like this. Farouk has responded to these allegations, describing them as wild and spurious, and he has said he will not engage in what he calls public brickbat with Dangote, but would rather wait to defend himself before a formal investigative body. This response came out in a disclaimer that he personally signed, and while he maintains his innocence, the fact remains that the ICPC is now involved and will be conducting a full investigation. Now let us talk about the bigger picture here, because this controversy is happening against a very interesting backdrop. The relationship between Dangote and the NMDPRA has been tense for a while now, with both sides exchanging verbal blows over various issues in the petroleum sector. Earlier in the controversy, Farouk had publicly criticized the Dangote refinery, claiming that the diesel produced there had higher sulfur content than imported fuel, essentially saying that locally refined products were inferior to imported ones. Dangote fired back, accusing Farouk and the regulatory authority of trying to demarket his refinery and undermine local production capacity. According to industry sources quoted in today's report, there are serious concerns about the way these bridging claims are being processed. In several instances, marketers submit bridging claims that do not correspond with the levies paid per litre, with discrepancies of up to 47%. The current move to settle approximately 250 billion naira in legacy bridging claims, despite the regulator's inability to provide empirical data to substantiate as much as 47% of those claims against verified levies paid by depot owners and importers, strongly suggests the presence of irregular and potentially questionable practices. The timing of this whole saga is particularly significant because Nigeria is at a critical juncture in its petroleum sector. The Dangote refinery, which is one of the largest single-train refineries in the world, with a capacity to process 650,000 barrels of crude oil per day, was supposed to be a game-changer for Nigeria. The expectation was that with this massive refinery now operational, Nigeria would finally be able to refine its own crude oil locally and stop the embarrassing situation of exporting crude only to import refined products at much higher costs. For ordinary Nigerians who are struggling with high fuel prices, increased transportation costs, and general economic hardship, this controversy is particularly painful because it touches on the fundamental question of whether public resources are being managed properly. 200 billion naira is not small money by any standard. That amount could build hospitals, construct roads, fund education, and provide essential services that Nigerians desperately need. When there are allegations that such huge sums are being paid out without proper verification and documentation, citizens have every right to be concerned and to demand answers. The House of Representatives has also stepped into this matter, summoning both Dangote and the NMDPRA leadership and urging all parties to refrain from public commentary while legislative intervention is ongoing. Lawmakers warned that the public feud could undermine recent gains recorded in Nigeria's downstream petroleum sector. This shows just how serious the matter has become and how it is now attracting the attention of multiple arms of government. As investigations proceed, Nigerians will be watching closely to see what the ICPC uncovers and whether there will be accountability for any wrongdoing that may be established. Dangote has pledged to provide documentary and other evidence to support his allegations, and he has expressed confidence that the anti-corruption agencies will get to the bottom of the matter. What do you think about this whole situation? Should bridging claims still be paid in an era when we are supposed to be refining fuel locally? Drop your thoughts in the comment section because we really want to hear what you think about this very important matter.